makes for a great rivalry. And obviously off screen they weren't getting on, so you could kind of see that tension. But I think in ring, if you were just purely doing it from a bell to bell sense, I think that for me, Owen and Shawn have just that better chemistry to even have better matches, I'd argue, than what Bret and Shawn could. And that's like not an easy feat by any stretch to be able to do. But yeah, I think these two, they would have had some classics on a bigger stage. But yeah, I think Owen at this stage, I mean, you look at his career, obviously, like later down the line in '96, he's a tag team partner with Bulldog, which, definitely was I actually loved that tag team of Bulldog and Owen, and I was always amazed that they never really get spoken about that much, probably because when you think of British Bulldog, you think of the Bulldogs with Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid, and, no doubt that we should be thinking of that because they were a fantastic tag team. But for some reason, like, because I was like watching this as a kid, Owen and Davey, they always stuck in my head as being like one of the most sound tag teams around. I really want to do the match between Owen and Bulldog against the LOD post WrestleMania 13, I think it was. I'd really like to do that match. Just to see what on earth was going on, because those two would have been pretty hot at the time. But yeah, it's disappointing. Owen, really for the main part, he would obviously done the thing with Jim the Anvil Neidhart tag team. They done that. What was that damn awful tag team name he was in as well? Oh, I forgot what it was called now, but in that horrible ring gear. And of course, she'd be tag team partner with Jeff Jarrett as well in the Attitude Era. But for me, I always felt like, he had a stint with I think Owen was in the Anno Nation of Domination as well for a little bit. But for me, Owen, it was just such a shame he never really got that big singles push. Not even really as an Intercontinental guy, And I can't for the life of me think why, and if it was just a burden having Bret there, on the guy. But massive. Obviously the year before this he had a huge year with 2 years prior than this with his brother Bret, especially through the summer, that cage match. But yeah, it was sort of after that it was sort of overshadowed a lot. This match, by the way, while I've been what was happening while I've been dribbling on with conversation, has been very, very good. I love that catch. It's almost like the Blade Runner style match I always call these ones, where you're trying to catch up with him all the time, and I think that's what they're trying to do with this. Owen's at the moment they're telling the story that Owen is just that tad faster. He's reading everything. But I'm sure we're going to see Shawn get in his stuff at some point. But yeah, you're a month out from WrestleMania 12, and they're putting on a match, a big match like this, called semi-main event. I thought it was it then when I just saw that. I suppose really you could argue what it would have been if Diesel was hanging around, if they were gonna be able to re-sign him, if WrestleMania would have been different, because they could have had, I guess, easily had Shawn and Diesel with roles reversed in that match from the year before and go with that. But I think at this point Bret was, he was definitely the guy again at this point. But he'll tell you that he felt this was pure transitional. I love that. That is just amazing. Like that clothesline, he's jumping in the middle of it. God damn. They need to show a replay of that. I'm disappointed that there's... I don't know with replays back here. There were replays, but they didn't... I don't know if they had it so much during as the match was going on. Nowadays, that kind of thing would be well overplayed. They'd slow it down in the mid-flow. There we go. Going to put that sharpshooter on the HBK. And of course they could have also led back into the brother versus brother match and have Owen go over and face Brett, because don't forget, Brett and Michaels, when they went into WrestleMania 12, they were basically both baby faces. Which people do forget that as well, because they always think like the only babyface kind of one-on-one main event match at WrestleMania was for a long time Warrior and Hogan, but no, we did have Brett and Michaels, but they could have easily gone with Owen and have a heel. But it's fascinating because if you think about it, the crop that WWF had, they didn't have a huge roster, but I would argue that even here, the stars they did have were able to work really well, and you haven't really got Austin at this point. You know, Austin's not even a thing right now. Same as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, guys like that, they're just not a thing. But you know, it's arguable to say because of the system that it was very clear to identify who the main eventers were and who weren't. Whereas today, everything, and I don't care what you say, it's just a damn cluster. I mean, it is the era of mid-carders, and I've been saying that for the last 4 or 5 years, so it's been a long one. But I really do think that because we've had so many champions, and then but there's a difference between just putting the strap on somebody like they do today and actually being a main star and sticking around after, because there's so many guys like the Miz and Jinder and I don't want to go through the whole lot, but how many people have been former heavyweight champions and then we don't see them, you know, like Dolph Ziggler and all this lot. There's so many guys, Finn Balor, etc., and then they end up in the mid card, and everything is. It's very hard to identify who the hell's who, unless you're like Brock Lesnar, he's got that level. I'd argue Roman has as well, but very few guys have that, including Bray Wyatt to a degree. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably going on a little bit of a rant, so I always compare a lot, I think, to today to here. And I know it's a different society, different world, etc., etc. But I did used to like the fact that it was very easy to understand that the mid-carders, you know, you had that upper mid-card level of the Intercontinental guys, and then you had, you know, your real... here we are, we're going to get a double nip up here, or we're going to watch them sell. And then the preliminary matches were very much, you know, the guys that were climbing that ladder, but there was a ladder there. That's the thing. Back here, there definitely was a ladder, and we're seeing it happen here. Like, these matches really did mean something. Like I just spoke about who was going to get in that main event. It wasn't just a thrown together thing. I quite enjoyed it. I've got to say, this match is really kicking it some, I'm telling you. So far, I mean, you know, I'm really pleased for our suggestion. This is pretty decent. I hadn't seen this match in a while. I do remember this pay-per-view, but I wouldn't, you know, nowadays I just would not remember half the stuff that happened. Yeah, we're going to see Shawn going to the top, I believe. Here he goes. See, going to do the famous elbow drop. See Jim Cornette getting really heavily involved. I knew it was going to be a matter of time. I love that selling. But the fans are going nuts for it, you know. And here we go. Tuning up the band. Ducks. Oh, man, that was cool. Oh, super kick out of nowhere. Look at the fan reaction. Nice. Great ending. I can't tell you enough how amazing seeing a finisher and then winning with the finisher makes me smile, because an era where finishers were exactly that, unless it was like a massive feat or, you know, something out of nowhere. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really, really well done. There you go. There's some of those women that got kissed earlier. Probably going to go in for another one now, I'm guessing. And so Shawn will obviously... Oh my goodness, what is this? Will now end up going on to WrestleMania. I wonder if this kid was a plant just to really get over Shawn. You know, he's there for the kids, he's there for the women, he's there for everyone. Get this on as much footage as we can. It really did seem to be pulling out all the stocks to get this right. I mean, look at this ending. This isn't even the main event. But it does give value, I suppose, to what the match represented. The main event of WrestleMania, which is cool. But yeah, let me know, you guys, what you thought of that match. Email me at email@wrestleline.co.uk. I thought it was really well done. I mean, I thought it was really well done, and I quite enjoyed it. But let me know, you guys, what you thought. Again, we're going to be cracking on with some more in your house events, no doubt about that. We're going to try and find some more obscure matches that don't necessarily get spoken about that much. I don't know where we're going to go next, but I'm thinking, because we've done like 3 in 96, I need to go to a different year, so I'm going to make a point of doing that. But if you guys got suggestions, don't forget, email at wrestleline.co.uk. I'll hear as we see Shawn walking off. I want to thank everybody, as per usual, for supporting the show, supporting the podcast, supporting WrestleLine, sharing our stuff. Very, very grateful to you guys that do that. The more people that do that, the better it is for us on the show. I can get more content done. Basically how it's going to work, really. And yeah, very good. So guys, whilst we see this WrestleMania 12 commercial come on, it's going to be farewell time, but I will see you, or not see you, but I will be back, and you will hear from me at the next one. Until then, guys, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next In Your House episode 4.